Morning. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Comic Con. Hello. Good, you're awake. It's great to hear that. Welcome to the TTRPG panel, or Tabletop RPG panel, where we'll be playing Vampire the Masquerade. My name is Dan, for you who don't know me, and we're gonna have a lot of fun today. Vampire the Masquerade is a game where we will be pretending to be vampires, living out our unlives. You might hear some words such as kindred, which means vampires, the Camarilla, which is the ruling body of the vampires, and many others. But to help us along with our story, you will be the deciding factors in the decisions that we will make. We are playing a secret Elysium meeting, and we are Bucharest by night. So, the way you will be helping us is we will have moments where we will ask for your help. We'll ask you to cheer or boo depending on what you want to happen, and we'll have to adapt to it. But before we get to that, I'm gonna have to introduce our amazing cast. Starting off with the one and only Parisian character we have tonight. We have Cassandra, played by the amazing Linda. Give it up for her. Welcome. Then our other amazing character, all of them are amazing, you will see. We have a local Romanian investigating character, the lovely Isa, played by Daria. Give it up for her. Afterwards, one of the elder vampires we'll have on stage tonight, the mysterious, slightly mad, but always funny, Demi, playing the Malkavian Ellie. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without the person who will be crafting the story and asking for your help, our storyteller, our god, the crafter of our everyday lives, Andre as the storyteller. Take a seat, guys. Now, the way this will be working is we will start playing, we will tell you a story, and we will roll dice to see what we can or cannot do. But with certain moments of the story, we will ask for your input, and we will ask you to actually cheer or boo. So let's try that now. How about give us a cheer? There we go, you are awake. Great to hear it. Okay, so let's roll the show then. Or you can boo.
Okay. So, hi, hello. Wow, so many people. I was kind of a small part of me was hoping we wouldn't have so many people. Hi, welcome. Let's try the yay and nay thing, the yay and boos. Let's see how many people are familiar with this game. Two people, amazing. Okay. So, I guess I have to make a little intro here. First of all, we're using English because it's more appropriate for the setting. Vampire the Masquerade is a game about horror and personal horror. They are undead. They've lost their lives.
We are horrified.
Yeah. But we have to go back a little because you don't know how this all started. Well, the story of vampire starts with Cain, the biblical Cain. And because he killed his brother Abel, he was cursed by God and angels to be a vampire. So he embraced that turning someone into a vampire, three other people who in turn turned 13, the original 13 clans. If you're familiar with D&D, in Vampire, the clans are the classes. Depending on their clan, they have curses and they have powers. One of which is turning people crazy. Growing claws, seducing people. And what's yours?
I'm a snake.
You're a snake. He's a lousy no
Liar.
snake.
He's a gaslighter.
Okay. Yeah, he
He
is.
is a liar and a snake.
So you can play this game in any historical era you want, but we chose to play it initially in 2022, and after we started filming these sessions and uploading them online, we moved on to 2024. So even though we're in 2025, our chronicle takes place a few months back. There have been many developments in our chronicle, and you can check them out online. And we're doing a raffle for you guys. If you subscribe today, you'll see where to go on the screens, and you can catch up with the story at home. But for now, many events have happened. We will discuss some of them, and we will see what our vampires will do. That being said, while we set up properly, please, technical, roll the intro. Okay. So we're starting off in a city that was ruled by a rather kind and diplomatic prince of the Camarilla. All of these people here are part of the Camarilla and have witnessed that prince being usurped and replaced by a vicious individual. The events that have transpired have led to a sort of a resistance being born. And Yvonne Dubois, the current herald, the PR, if you will, of the Camarilla, not happy with the new leadership, has called for a meeting, a secret meeting, in which these three fledglings and one former member of the court, the Oracle, have also been invited to. Attending this meeting will also be you. You will play the part of the influential kindred in the city, and your input will determine how this meeting will end. Our scene starts in a underground parking garage, a mall garage, very large. A car, the herald's car, sorry, the Oracle's car, driven by her
I'm the Oracle. Hi.
faithful ghoul, John, rolls into this garage, is being stopped by armed men, checked, and then allowed to pass. And it joins other cars that have driven you there. The scene is dark. There's very dim lighting, plenty of shadowy figures roaming about, gathering in little groups, hushed tones. And you guys exit the car and join this group. What's up?
Hi.
Want to introduce your characters, maybe?
I'm Ellie.
So are we in front of the elders right now, or are we in the parking lot?
The meeting is in the parking lot, so all of them are around, gathered in groups.
It's outside, that's so romantic.
So, Ellie, do you know who's gonna speak for us, or do we just step up and speak for ourselves?
You are an independent, not woman. You can take care of yourself.
Okay.
I'm not here to patronize you, Iggy.
No, but you did bring us here, so.
Yes, because you have no car. Yours exploded.
And whose fault is that?
I don't know. I don't know everything despite being the Oracle. Closer. Okay.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Thank you. And we thank you for that, Mademoiselle Ellie.
So, are we gonna do something tonight here, or are we
Yeah,
just...
go inside.
Okay.
There's no inside, I forgot.
Are we having a show?
You might.
Sure. Who is there besides...
The illustrious gathering of elders.
Give me a, let's see here, a wits and awareness roll.
I'm
Whoever
very
wants
witty.
to check out the place.
Oh, I got 6 successes.
6 successes. You notice plenty of important individuals. And as you're scoping them out, a person you definitely should recognize kind of breaks away from one of the groups and steps under this spotlight that seems to be arranged so that it kind of looks like a stage. This little
The
corner.
podium.
Yeah. Guys, with the sound, can we have the music in the background, please? Awesome. It's very simple. Right. So, this is a tall, athletic man with blue hair.
Kind of looks like
Shocking,
you.
I know. Dressed quite elegantly. And
Ooh la la.
as he steps up, there is a silence that falls over the whole crowd.
I whistle.
You want?
Because we were very noisy before.
I, the player, cannot whistle, but Ellie whistles.
There we
There
go.
you go. Okay, so you recognize this person. He's Alexander Angelov, not his real name. Clan Ventru, clan of the princes of the leaders. Also, an influential member of the Camarilla, or former rather. And as he stands there, this you can feel his presence actually affecting the entire crowd. It draws everyone's attention, and he speaks. Good evening. Thank you all for coming. And I have to thank the Herald for bringing us all together tonight here. I know it's not easy to work under a boss so vicious as Prince Julian and still manage to reach out to everyone and bring us all here. And since I mentioned the prince, perhaps we should start with this quite important topic. Because I don't think many of us here are satisfied with this kind of leadership.
Nuh-uh.
Miss Aman,
Hi.
step closer.
Hi.
Okay.
Tell me.
I thought you had something to add.
Oh, yeah. Hi. If you don't know me, I am Ellie. I am older than these three combined. And I was here before the former prince came to town. I actually helped the former prince come to town and have power. You remember that?
Yeah, maybe speak up. There you go.
Yeah. So the last prince, the one we had before, she was very nice and very considerate, and there was peace in the city. Now this prince came like what, 2 nights ago, and he already bombed a club. He attacked my boyfriend, and my boyfriend now is underground sleeping. I don't know where. Yeah, he's very mean to many people that he shouldn't be mean to, and I don't think we should support this prince. Hello, bye.
Thank you. Quite eloquently put.
Yes, that is my virtue.
Well, one would argue that the current prince, despite being so harsh, is a strong enforcer of the traditions and discipline, and a supporter of a certain chain of command.
Yeah, but you know, don't you want to have peace in the city rather than people fighting all over the place? He did bomb the Anarch Club. For those of you elders who might not remember, Anarchs are Anarchs.
Yeah, he bombed the Anarchs, the
Yes,
bad guys.
and now Camarilla Ventru wants to attack the prince.
Yeah, that's not very Camarilla of her, is it? Rules
Back
must
me up
be
here.
enforced.
Shouldn't
agree
we
with-
question that he bombed the Anarchs and is planning on kicking the Nosferatu out before doing anything about the Sabbat in the city? Shouldn't
He-
that be the biggest worry?
I mean, Sabbat slash murder hobos, Anarchs just chilling.
Anarchs, professional murder hobos. Way better at murder. Good murders.
Plus, they know where they are. They have a club.
Not anymore.
Had.
They had a club.
And how is the peace in the city helped by the fact that we erase them? Not we, this lovely prince of ours.
You eliminate the opposition, hence peace.
Oh, come on. Stop being dramatic. The club blew up, but the important people didn't.
I'm sorry. How do you classify important people? We are all vampires. We should work together against this danger.
We are all important individuals in our own merit.
I don't know, we're pretty important, right? Yeah,
Am
so-
I not right, Larry?
Quack, quack.
Quack. Did you say hi, Larry?
Well, I'm not rooting for the prince, but change is good. So,
Is it? It's been worse since he's on the throne. Bombings, killing each and every night. Oh, let me remind you, because he didn't do shit stuff about the Sabbat, Nova was taken. Also, who was there helping the Sabbat? His two hand-picked new hounds?
Allegedly, we do not know this. We have to interrogate them first.
We have.
Well, one is dead. We need a necromancer.
Yeah, but we have two more.
Are there any necromancers here tonight? Like, raise of hands? Like, no, any? Okay.
Make some noise. I cannot
Uh,
see.
I put the romance in necromance.
True. So maybe we should ask the elders what they think, because our opinions are divided.
Yeah. My own domain was invaded by the new prince's agents, and they tried to intimidate us until we killed all of them. So I'm not very fond of the new prince, but you all make good points. So, what say you, people? Yay for the new prince, or nay and we go to war?
War!
Okay, so mostly no. Amazing. Awesome.
Thank you.
I love you all.
I like you as friends.
I'm polyamorous. It's fine.
But the gangrel did raise a good point. She mentioned Clan Nosferatu, keeper of secrets and masters of information. They have used their skills to ensure the secrecy of the masquerade that protects all of us. They had an amazing communication system, and thanks to them we have KKBN.
Which is a breach of the masquerade, right?
Come on, only vampires have access to that.
Or so we think.
Either way, the Nosferatu have been kicked out of the palace, and the whole security network, the servers, everything was dismantled. They're not happy. They have to return to the warrens underground after making a deal with the former prince that they would always have safe haven at the palace. And now we find ourselves in a new situation.
New
Which is
Prince
not-
Hoodis, right? It's the situation is New Prince Hoodis.
Yeah, well, no, the situation is that they're not happy, and because they're not happy, some of us might suffer. So what do? We try to make peace with them, appease them somehow, or do we find a method to strike first?
They have every right to be unhappy. They were kicked out brutally after they were nothing but loyal to the Camarilla. We turned our backs on our own kind. And, well, we do not want an enemy of a Nosferatu.
A shorter woman, very elegant in a dark red dress, long dark brown hair, and brown eyes, darker skin. Looks like she has a tan, despite the fact that she's undead like the rest of you, steps up and says, "Not my kind." This is Janice Whiterune, Clan Toreador of the Cassandra persuasion. The artists and the snobbish ones. I am no Nosferatu, and they have done nothing for me. Why would we bother with these creatures?
Well, it is good that they have not done nothing against you.
Also, I'm willing to
Yet.
bet you say that just because you think they're ugly.
But they are.
Yeah, they are.
Exactly my point.
Although
This
they
is
are,
pure biased.
although they are interesting, they have their use. I have spoken with my sire the herald, Yvonne Dubois,
Name drop.
Name drop.
Yes.
Name drop.
About this issue, and she cannot help them. She is tied to her role and doesn't have enough power to influence the prince to keep them, I think.
Okay, so you're saying is you can do nothing about this.
Me personally, no.
If the lady who sleeps with princes cannot influence the prince, I don't know who can.
She did not sleep with this one. Okay?
Yet.
Point being, let's get rid of the prince.
Yay!
That is not the topic at hand. Even with
We
the
help the Nosferatu take out the prince.
Isn't that a coup?
Yeah.
Isn't that worse than just kicking somebody out?
Is that not what we're doing all here, meet in secrecy right now?
We're discussing. The ministry have various levels of understanding what betrayal means. A chat is a chat.
Yeah, you're proficient in it.
I am, thank you.
What if we band together, make them new servers, and we make our own camarilla with escorts and blackjack?
Might
Yes.
be interesting.
That's
Very-
so far from the topic.
No,
Very
but
interesting
let's
point.
make this the topic.
At least stay on track. So, you made a good point. Do you want to persuade us?
Me?
Yeah. I'm asking as a storyteller, not as character.
Persuade you about what? I'm confused.
She forgot.
Larry, what are we talking about?
Larry is her hallucinated duck. Larry says that you said you want to persuade the Nosferatu or get them to take out the new prince.
Yeah, so let's not necessarily persuade them to take out the new prince, but we should be friends with them because you do not want them to be your enemy. They are very silent, they are very deadly, they know everything.
And gossipy.
Take him out, take him out, take him out. Out, out, out.
She made sense for a moment.
When you don't see a Nosferatu, that's when you should be afraid.
So never.
But I am afraid when I look at them as well.
So you will always be afraid.
Ladies. So I take it you are for taking them out, and you're for gaining their help.
I am neutral.
Neutral.
They shouldn't be taken out, but maybe they're better off in the Warrens.
Ladies.
We should apologize to them and take them back, not take them out.
If there are any Nosferatu around, I am terribly sorry about this plight.
There are none. Or at least none that you can see.
In
Are
spirit.
there any Nosferatu?
Guess not.
So what do the elders say then?
Well, let's sum it up. You have this clan that it's sure the members are ugly, they're deformed, they look like monsters, but they're also very powerful warriors and masters of information. They have been kicked out of the palace by the new prince because he is against technology, because the Camarilla dictated that everything that's online, electronic, must be removed so as to preserve the masquerade. So what do? We go and attack them, take them out before they can strike, or do we try to persuade them to join the cause, this rebellion that's brewing up against the current leadership? Let's hear it, guys. Yay or nay?
Persuade, yay!
Persuade. Anyone for
Nay?
removing them?
Nobody?
No.
They're afraid.
I love you so much. I will not melt your brains today.
She can melt your brain.
You can do that to multiple people at once?
Yes.
I've heard stories. It's horrible.
You've also experienced it. All right, so the vast majority of the elders have dictated that we should, 1, go against the prince, 2, enlist the Nosferatu to fight said prince. As this is happening, there is some commotion because not everybody agrees with what has been discussed. Alexander
Come
calls
out.
for attention again. And he says, well, you, Iggy Clan Ministry Snake, did bring up something interesting earlier. The matter of Lady Isabella of my own clan, Ventru. And the fact that she did exactly last night attack the palace.
Damn.
Oh, snap.
My house is right there, no?
I'll buy you a new one, chill.
She did, but she did from a personal affection, not an affiliation to the Camarilla. Did she not?
True, but you see there were victims, and not necessarily ones that are associated with the prince. Now, do we try to bring her aboard, join forces, or do we distance ourselves from her?
As he says that, I'm gonna turn on awe actually, because it's kind of my thing to do.
Okay.
And I actually want to take the center spotlight. Is he still holding it or did he move away?
No, it's fixed. You
I
can
will
step
join him
next
in the
to
spotlight and I will say, okay, kind members of this secret gathering, the lady we speak of is truly powerful and she has friends in high positions, but she did move against the Camarilla. So what incentive should we have to keep such a traitor, one might say, in our midst? We certainly do not want to be associated with people who attack their own kind, and we are loyal to the Camarilla. We are people who like to keep our friends close,
And
but our
their
enemies
enemies
closer.
closer.
True.
She attacked her own kind, and you blame her for that, but not the prince for kicking out every Nosferatu that swore loyalty to the Camarilla.
He also killed her husband.
Who is an anarch? Somebody who's against the Camarilla, right? Are
yeah,
you
but
educating?
you could argue that him being married to a member of the Camarilla had some peace between the sects.
Married? We're dead, darling. We don't do marriage.
We have an audience. I cannot use all the correct terms.
True.
They are bound to each other.
Okay, true. But still, he is an anarch. She attacked her own kind. And we're not discussing directly the prince right now. We're discussing her. If we should hold such a dangerous individual in our midst, does she represent us, Xander? You be the judge.
I don't want the mafia to hunt me down.
So the
Oh.
mafia donna is threatening you as well, and you're advocating for her?
No, but if we go against her, won't she come against you, you little fledgling?
Let's presume it's an act of passion.
She can crush you.
Yes, but I'm not the one going after her. We are.
Are we?
I don't know, are we?
You
Well,
give us your opinion.
No.
On one hand, she did act harshly emotionally after Edward's club was blown up with him in it. On the other hand, she is very powerful. She has connections to other factions, and she did come to my help.
True, so we don't take her out, but we do separate ourselves from her actions then.
When were we ever connected to her actions? She went there with her necromancers and she blew stuff up.
She was romancing necks? Or were you there? No. Okay.
I'm the crazy one, Iggy.
Precisely.
Didn't you strike a deal with her?
When our interests align, I strike a deal with anybody.
And you want us to trust you? Why?
I get results.
So
She's very charming.
I'm sure Azra has a lot to say about those results you get.
Speaking of charm, you did say you use awe, so
I
give
did.
me a roll.
I'm good.
No, that's not a roll. The roll is persuasion, charisma.
I just turned it on. You want me to give you a persuasion roll?
I want to see how well you do.
Okay.
Larry is not persuaded. I don't care what
Shocking.
he rolls.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Definitely not persuaded. Look at this face.
Actually, funny enough, 3 successes means moderate.
Yeah.
So let's have more crowd interaction. What say the elders? Was he persuasive? Should we distance ourselves from this individual who is quite powerful, or seek her as an ally? Yay for ally, nay for, or boo for the other one. Go. Very
all-
good people here today.
You all want to work with the mafia, I know it.
I like Italians too, I don't blame you.
To be fair, she is hot.
Yeah.
Everybody's hot. We're all vampires. Except the Nosferatu.
Exactly.
Though there are exceptions.
Say
Depends
it,
what
a
you
voice.
find attractive.
I'm sure there are people here who say, hear me out. So,
Where's the cake?
while this argument is settled, Ellie has a vision.
Don't talk to me, I have a vision.
She's having a vision. Everything goes black for her. Then red lights start popping up.
The lights are still white.
Not these lights. Not yet.
Okay.
And everything is trembling. You feel walls crumbling and shadowy figures bursting in. And then you don't see anything, but you can feel pain and blood and horror.
Ellie, are you okay? Honey, what happened?
I had the vision. Did you not hear the storyteller?
She's Malkavian, she's allowed to break the 4th wall, and the 5th, and the 6th, and whatever.
I'm the Deadpool of this game. So, I had a vision, which is why I was the Oracle, if you forgot. I was important. There is blood. There is pain. There are many shadows coming.
We're vampires. There's always blood and pain and shadows coming. Be more specific.
What makes this special?
Coming here, as in now?
Can I tell if it's about now? Oh, because
Give me,
the vision does not have a clock on it. Like, yeah, it's now in 5 minutes.
You're playing Dixit, basically. It's like you get a weird card of the vision.
So, let's see. Give me a rouse check.
Am I hungry? I'm not hungry,
You're not hungry. Amazing.
which is good for you all.
Good. So, What's the role for it? Auspex and resolve, I think.
Yes. Let me see. Where is the resolve?
You played this game for 2 years.
I haven't played this character in a long time. I have only one success. It is at some point, at some time, in the past, present, or future. I will use willpower, I will focus, I will hold Larry to my chest.
Larry disappears.
No!
You should have tried to hold him.
Three successes.
That's better. Alright, so in the next 5 minutes.
Sorry?
In the next 5 minutes.
So, suddenly I have a clock in the vision and it's in about 5 minutes, give or take. Maybe 4, since we've been talking about it for about some time.
Give me persuasion and let's say manipulation. Roll.
Me?
Yeah,
Why?
because not everybody in the crowd believes her. Believes you.
Why don't you not believe me? I'm adorable.
Is she ducking with us?
She is ducking.
Persuasion and what?
Manipulation.
Manipulation. But I'm telling the truth.
Or so you say. Oracle.
I have 2 successes and a crit, so 4 successes in total. You
4
believe
successes. That's
me. Don't
yeah.
you believe me?
Okay, because she rolled so well and you believe her. You have your personal bodyguards, childer, and security. Be more vigilant. Something is about to happen. Gonna say something?
Iggy, hold me.
Should be alright, darling.
Necromance him.
No, she's the one doing that. She's
no,
good at it.
She necromances you now.
It's okay.
Okay, but the question stands. This was supposed to be a secret meeting. Why are we being attacked?
Right. I forgot
I
about
don't
it.
know, but if the Oracle had a vision, I take it seriously. You see, Alexander tap his ear, just check security. Security. Damn it. You see his hands grow claws. And he has this sixth sense of danger. And as he does this, there is an explosion. One of the walls that's masking your meeting just blows up. This is an explosion.
I'm
We've
sorry,
been
I saw
betrayed.
shadows, not explosions. I wasn't
Yeah, we've been
specific.
betrayed. And it wasn't one of us, it was one of you. Must have been.
No time for that. Armed men in very strange gear that looks like a combination between tactical SWAT type of gear and medieval armor with actual helmets and especially neck guards.
I'm sorry, weird police. Do you want any drugs? Can we resolve this peacefully?
Is that your dementation?
Yes.
Okay, so she's gonna use a power on these people. Roll for it.
I have to rouse first.
Yeah, go. How many? There are many coming in.
Let's go with 3.
3?
First 3.
Okay.
I'm hungrier. 2 hunger. 3 hunger in total.
Let's consume some minds. Your beast speaks to you.
Hi, BT.
Them all.
I do not remember.
It's
Can you help me?
dominates and manipulation.
Dominate and manipulation.
As this is happening and she's counting dice, what are you guys doing?
I will activate entrancement for the first time. 1, 2.
Go for it.
You're seducing the attackers?
Of course.
Do you actually expect her to fight? We saw her in a fight.
I'm also hungry a bit.
Oh, mon chéri. Let's kill someone!
How well armed did you say they were?
Very.
And the armor, it's everywhere.
There are weak spots. There are joints. You can find weak spots.
Right. Let's start with the gun then.
Okay.
You have claws, baby. Why don't you use your claws?
They're coming.
Okay. Do I have to roll for each person or just once? Four.
Just one. For
She
Give
got
me
4
melting
successes.
brains.
4 successes
No.
for her.
And
Five
five
successes and a bestial failure.
Okay. So Isa is shooting. Okay, go for it.
She is re-rolling.
Re-rolling.
Really.
Okay, this is awful. It's a 3.
No.
I want you to know that every time she says something is awful, it's at least a 3. She has very high standards.
Anigi.
I'll activate both Eyes and the Beast and Feral Weapon, so you see my eyes shine over with that yellow glint, and my hands turn to claws as I start heading towards our uninvited guests.
Strength and brawl for the
Oh,
claws.
yeah. And I will also reroll. It's horrible. That's better. That's a 4.
4, 4, and 3. You know you can use willpower again if you want.
Me?
Well,
No.
you only have 1 life. Well, on life. That's way better. Now it's a 8.
An 8 is an impossible almost.
She does that a lot. Okay.
Just
So
8.
normally for the sake of combat, we would, in combat, we would have opposing dice rolls, see what happens, but here they roll pretty well. So let's just say you guys managed to take out your targets. It's happening. And they keep pouring in.
More?
How are they
More.
regenerating this fast?
They're making babies. Zealot babies.
If I knew how to entrance so many people, I could put it on a show or something. Take a
Let's see how the rest of your allies are doing. Let's see how loud they can be fighting these what appear to be modern hunters. So let's hear yay.
Yeah.
You could have been louder. Come on.
Really?
you're-
She seduces better than you fight? Come
You
on.
are elders of Bucharest. You are strong, mighty, and thirsty. And these are horrible hunters that are coming to kill you. You should destroy them. So let's try it again, right? Come on.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's real life awe you just used.
Thank you.
Congratulations. His presence is amazing. So, you guys do manage to
Stay alive.
stay alive, mostly unscathed. But as the opposition thins and there are only a few strikers left, this massive individual with much stronger armor, you can see it's thick, he's large, he's full of muscles. He doesn't wear a helmet.
It's the boss.
Your presence does nothing. Your entrancement is useless.
Is he prettier than her? No.
How could you say
No,
that?
this is a individual with true faith. He repels you. He just, even as he walks in, marches in with his heavy boots, even older vampires, them, are being pushed back. He has this mad look on his face. He says, "My life for the Lord." And he opens the chest plate and you can see a timed bomb strapped to him.
Can I take Ellie and jump in back of? In
Everybody
we-
give me dexterity and athletics. And you can take Ellie if you want.
Save me.
Yes.
No problem.
You have
Yeah.
better. It's fine, honey. I'm gonna.
A bit faster, guys, please.
I'm a defenseless oracle. My duck is gone.
You can summon Larry back at any
Fine.
time. It's fine.
5 and a bestial failure again.
Okay.
And just 5 for me.
10, but one it's a messy crit.
And that's not enough for you, right? It's like you should re-roll that.
Everybody's super hungry. Okay, so you grabbed Ellie and like jumped away. You dashed as well. You perhaps escape because we will leave it here, and you guys can see what happens next in our online show on YouTube. Thank you very much for coming. That's all the time we have. Sadly, we would have loved to play more. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
That's it from us.
Also, if you enjoyed this, you can watch all our other episodes, and if you subscribe, we have a very special raffle with amazing prizes for the people who will subscribe for Comic-Con today. We have like figurines and a lot of cool stuff, so do check it out. My name is Iggy. No, our name is Bucharest by Night. I introduced everybody, and please do check us out on YouTube because we do this every week, basically.
Every week, yeah.
And we kick ass, basically. So thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Love you so much.
Larry survived.
He's alive.
Hope you guys had fun.